We're streaming live on 3news.com. Coming up this morning, dozens of shops razed down by fire at Medina Ritz Junction for the second time this year, with properties ranging into thousands of cities destroyed. We get details from the fire service shortly. Also this morning, governing New Patriotic Party and the opposition National Democratic Congress hit the ground running in the Asin North constituency ahead of a yet-to-be-announced date for a by-election by the Electoral Commission.
Any time from now, I am saying that the processes filed by, or the processes begun by the EC and the Parliament would have to halt until the determination of the.
Meanwhile, members of the NPP are today picking nominations for a primary on June 7. Also this morning, political scientist Professor Ransford Jampo describes as unnecessary and undemocratic demand by the President to have directors of the Electoral Commission submit their CVs to his office. And much later, we're live to Obuasi, where some 52 trap miners have been arrested after they came out from the mining pit in which they've been over the last 6 days. We have details of these stories if you stay with us for the next 10 minutes. A pleasure that you could be a part of this morning's bulletin. It's streaming live on Facebook. Our handles 3FM927. Let's get into the details. I am Eric Mawuena Egbeta, and dozens of shops and kiosks were razed down by fire at Medina Ritz Junction last night. Several fire commanders, including those from headquarters, were called in to help douse the fire. There was also heavy police presence to help protect lives and property. This becomes the second time this year that fire has ravaged properties in that part of the capital. The Tuesday night incident reportedly began around 10:30 p.m. and took the response from about 5 fire stations to help bring the situation under control. Public Relations Officer of the Ghana National Fire Service, Alex Neti, he's been providing some more details.
It's been a tough job for us, especially being able to break through. At this point, we can confidently say that there's no risk of the fire spreading or the fire getting out of hand. The fire is under control, but not extinguished, meaning that we are on top of our game. The cause has not yet been established yet. And it's unfortunate that this is the first time we are attending to a fire situation here at this area. And we always encourage the people here that our station is very close by. They should give a listening ear to our safety department when they come here to give education.
That's the PRO of the Ghana National Fire Service, Alex Neti. Let's move away from the Zondu politics now, because the governing NPP and the opposition NDC are lacing their boots ahead of a by-election in the Asin North constituency. It follows the official declaration of the seat as vacant by the clerk to Parliament in a letter addressed to the Electoral Commission. Commissioners of the Electoral Commission following that letter have been meeting to propose a date to organize the by-election. But even before the EC would announce the dates, the governing New Patriotic Party has slated June 7 to organize a primary for its members in the constituency. Aspirants are today expected to pick nomination forms. Here is a news desk report.
It's been a tough.
The New Patriotic Party's nominations for the Asin North primary opened today, Wednesday, May 31, and closed on Thursday, June 1. The election to choose a candidate to contest in the by-election will be held on June 7. According to the party, detailed rules and regulations for the conduct of the election would be made available. The 7 parliamentary elections in the Asin North constituency have been divided between the NPP and the NDC. The NPP has won 4, with the NDC winning 3. Both parties have equal chances going into the race.
That's a news desk report. But for the NDC, they say that they are ready for the elections. Abraham Amaneba, who's head of legal for the party, says that all of that will be subject to a request for a review by James Jachikwesin.
Any time from now, I am saying that the processes filed by, or the processes begun by the EC and the Parliament would have to halt until the determination of the application for review. If the lawyers come to a firm decision that they want to review, I think that there must be a consultation with the party on this.
That's Abraham Amaleba. He's head of legal for the NDC. We're staying with the Electoral Commission a while longer because political scientist with the University of Ghana, Professor Ransford Jampo, has described as unnecessary and undemocratic a request by the President to have directors of the Electoral Commission submit their CVs to his office. An internal memo by the Electoral Commission addressed to senior staff tasked all directors and other superiors to submit their curriculum vitae to the President as part of a request made to all state-owned enterprises. By reacting to the development, Professor Jampo questioned the basis of the request while further demanding the EC be left alone by the President. Let's move away from this and do education now, because some 85 students of the Koforidua Senior High Technical School have been indefinitely suspended by board and management of the school following the brutal attack on students and teachers of the new Joabin Senior High School. The attack, which happened on Sunday, May 14, left 4 students of the new Joabin Senior High School and the school's chaplain badly injured. Now, the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission says it will soon publish a list of unaccredited tertiary programs and the institutions running them. Deputy Director General of GTech, Professor Ahmed Jinapo's comments come at the back of the Auditor General's report that indicated that the University of Ghana and the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology are running over 600 non-accredited programs. He's been speaking to 3FM.
Of institutions that advertise, and as they are doing now, our caution to them is that you can only and should only advertise accredited programs. The law is very clear. It will get to a time that we will have to evoke the law. We'll be very, very cautious in evoking the law, but rather educating and sensitizing the general public because of our historical background of where we're coming from. As a commission, we do agree and appreciate the fact that we've had a problem. We are trying to solve the problem. It will get to a time that we hope there will be sanity. And once there's sanity, we will have to carry the weight.
That's the Executive Director of the Deputy Director General of the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission speaking, Professor Ahmed Jinapo. Now, away from this, 3FM has gathered that the police have arrested 52 illegal miners for unlawfully entering the mining shaft belonging to Anglo Gold Ashanti. These are part of those who willingly came out of the mine and handed themselves over to the police. Over 300 miners are reportedly trapped in the pit, and the miners, having run out of food and water after 6 days, sent signals to their relatives to seek help for them. On Tuesday, however, a number of youth besieged the Obuasi District Assembly demanding the police not to arrest the trapped miners, and military personnel have currently besieged the town to restore calm and order, and that we understand has brought about seeming peace in the area. We'll get a lot more details in our subsequent bulletins. 2 passengers who were among 23 others involved in a boat accident at Bongwasin Suano are yet to be found 4 days after the incident. A search party made up of fisher folks, NATMO and divers from Ecozoil are still on the Volta Lake in search of the 2. According to members of the search party, hope is fading away for them in the search for the 2 passengers. My colleague Christopher Mwako visited the area and found this report.
The accident happened between Dokochina in the Bole district of the Savannah region and Mangwasi in Suano in the Banda district of the Bono region. The victims, mostly traders, were on their way to Banda Ahinkro market to trade their goods. The boat hit into a tree stump, forcing it to overturn the 23 passengers on board into the lake. There was a distress call, and rescuers who were at the landing site of the lake went to their rescue.
That's a news desk report by my colleague Christopher Mwako, who visited the area. Let's move away from this and do matters on the economy now, because there are increasing calls for a further reduction in the e-levy rate following government's inability to meet its quarterly target of 25%. Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Chamber of Telecommunications, Ken Ashigbe, is advocating a reduction below 0.5% to improve revenue collection and enable government meet its target.
From the data we're seeing, and what government wants to do, a further reduction to even below 0.5 might work. You know, you need to get to a point where people really do not think about it. you realize that even the e-levy targets were really not meeting them. Like the way the industry itself is structured, if you were sending above 1,000 cedis, there's a cap on how much you are charged. But now, when you want to send 5,000 cedis, and you see, what you have charged is 1% of that. And
that's the Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Chamber of Telecommunications, ending this morning's edition of the news for us here on 3FM 92.7. As always, a lot more news if you log on to 3news.com. I am Eric Mawuena Egbeta, Johnny Hughes, and the rest of the Sunrise team. They are up next to serve you the best breakfast show in the capital. Good morning.